Alan Wong is wearing a skirt, folks, and it's not because he feels beautiful.
He doesn't feel pretty? Nope. He's competing in the Scottish Caledonian Games, all part of the Hawkwood Medieval Fantasy Fair going on this weekend, Alan.
Hi, lassie. Feeling quite fresh today. Yeah, I'm going to introduce you to the Scottish Caledonian Games, which is part of the Hawkwood Medieval Fantasy Fest every September, or through September 28th every weekend. Now, what we're watching here is the caber toss, and with me is Feathers Ferguson, who is the games master, and tell us the history behind the caber toss.
All right, well, the caber toss is used in battle several times when clans would go to challenge another clan. They would use the caber to create temporary bridges across creeks and moats, whereby they would run across once it was tossed, and then they would be able to dump it into the lake so that they would not be followed on their way out.
Oh, okay, so a lot of military purposes behind the sport itself, right?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
And what kind of, how heavy is this caber? I'd like to try, guys. How heavy is it, Feathers?
This particular caber that you're about to pick up is 12 feet long and weighs approximately 65 pounds.
Okay.
This is what we do call our training caber.
Oh, I'm on the training caber, okay. Now, what is the goal of the purpose here?
The purpose is for you to balance it upon your shoulder,
okay,
and then attempt to rotate it end over end in a perfect throw. A perfect rotation would be called a 12 o'clock rotation.
So it'd be facing straight in front of me.
Straight away from you, squared by your shoulders.
Okay, here I go. Whoa.
Pull your hands in, pull your hands in, lean into it.
Ah! Well, 2 o'clock's not bad.
You would have scored about a 2 to 2 and 30.
Okay, now this next game over here is called the throw for height. How did this begin here?
All right, this is actually known as the weight toss. And though most of the events started by Highlanders showing off for each other, they all implement in a war-type manner. They would be able to use this weight and throw it up and over to knock the enemy off of towers of their castles.
Okay, so they'd run up to the wall with these rocks and try to bludgeon the guys from down below.
Basically, yes.
And this is because they didn't have weapons back then, right? Or they weren't allowed.
There was a particular English king long time ago that banned any Scotsman from carrying any type of weapons or training with them.
Ah.
So the Scots turned to using implements from their everyday life. The weight that you're holding now was taken from the blacksmiths.
Okay. And how heavy is this weight?
That is what we call a 1 stone weight. It weighs approximately 14 pounds. Usually we use either a 1 stone, a 2 stone, which is 28 pounds, or a 4 stone, which is 56 pounds.
Okay.
And obviously not very many guys can lift a 56-pound weight over their head too
And don't
far.
tell me I'm on the training weight.
No, you are on the smallest size weight.
All right, I'm going to try to knock. Who did they try to knock down? The Brits or the Irish? Who did they try to knock out?
Whoever they were fighting.
Whoever they were fighting.
Whether it was another Scottish clan or usually a Sostic, Englishman.
All right. Don't worry, I'm not going to let go of this thing. Here we go. 1, 2. Ha! Almost.
Almost.
I'll be a Scotsman one of these days. I'm working on it. I really like the skirts. Did they wear underwear back then?
That is negotiable. For the most part, the consensus is no. It's called going regimental.
And which is why they came up with these little pouches here. Tell us about that.
All right, well, the sporran was actually first demanded by Queen Victoria, who was the queen who actually asked for it to be a regular part of the dress.
Why?
Well, the main reason why was because when the wind would blow by, it would a lot of time blow the Scotsmen's kilts up. And she felt like that was indecent, so she made the Scots wear the sporran to weigh it down.
Ah, okay. Very, very important there. We are wearing our underwear under these, by the way.
Yes, we are not regimental.
Okay. This is the Scottish Caledonian Games, part of the Hawkwood Medieval Fantasy Fair, going on every weekend through September 8th. We are at Highway 114 and I-35 West near the Texas Motor Speedway. So
All right.
come on out this weekend and enjoy the games as well as everything else out here. Back to you guys.